Hello all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at a 20p coin from the United Kingdom. So this is the 20 pence coin from Great Britain from 1995. And of course you can't tell that from the front, but what we can see on the front is it says Elizabeth II, or Elizabeth II, DG Reg FD, by the grace of God Queen and Defender of the Faith. And she is here on the front wearing the George IV state diadem, and that's what you call this crown that she has on. You can see the kind of jewel encrusted crown on the top. This is, of course, the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the Raphael David Makhlouf portrait, or the RDM portrait. And when we take this coin up and tip it up, we can see right down here we would have some initials, and you can't actually see that on this coin, and maybe that's one of the reasons that they've gone away from making the coin, and that's because this coin, while it's copper nickel, the way it's set up and engraved, it has incredible wear to it and gets kind of worn out. What is cool though is that it is what's called an equilateral curved heptagon, and so if we tip it up we can see that there are sides on it, essentially 8 sides. If we tip it over to the back, we see that it says 19 on this side, 95 on this side. We have a crown over a rose, Tudor rose. In the center bottom it says 2, 0, or 20, and then around the top it says 20 pence. So this is a 20 pence coin, or 1/5 of a British pound. Now what's kind of interesting is we just did our video on the old 2 shillings coins and 10 pence coins. And so let's bring those in here and let's take a look at them also. So this is a 2 shillings coin, and this one right here is 2 shillings from 1967. And then this is a 10 new pence coin, and this is a 10 new pence from 1968. And what we kind of talked about in that case was that these two were both equivalent. So this 2 shillings coin was worth 1/10 of a dollar, and the 1/10 of a pound, a British pound, and the 10 new pence coin was worth 1/10 of a British pound. And if you add these two together, which you could until 1993, these two would equal the 20 pence coin. So when the 20 pence coin first came out, it was the equivalent of a 2 10 pence, or a 10 pence and a 2 shillings coin, or two shillings coins. So it was kind of a complex matter for a while to figure out whether you could use a 6p, whether you could use a 10 new pence, whether you could use which this was actually called a florin, the 2 shillings coin. And they all kind of, you could add them all up and you could get right up to a 20p coin. So this is a 1995 20p coin from Great Britain. It's a copper nickel coin, the same as the other 2 coins. It's a smaller coin. It weighs 5 grams. And in 1995 they made 102 million of these. So this coin is probably not going to be worth a lot. There aren't a whole lot of error varieties. And this coin is probably worth about, I don't know, I guess we could say it's probably worth about between 25 and 50 cents US. The problem is that they're not that easy to get, so you might pay a little bit more than that US if you really want to get this coin. Now the engraver of the front, as we said, was Raphael David Makhlouf. The engraver of the back was William Mavings Gardner. And the way that you can tell that this was a William Gardner is there's a W here and a G here. If we tip it up just a little bit, maybe you can see that. See the W here and the G here, and that's for William Mavings Gardner. And he did just a superb job. See how the leaves come over the edge and the 20 comes through, and the rose is actually growing from the coin. And then over at the top, the crown actually comes and kind of encroaches onto the rim area. Just a beautiful coin, and it stayed in circulation and is still currently usable as 1/5 of a British pound. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.